This week's video starts on the northeast coast of England, where we visit the seaside town of Whitley Bay, overlooking St Mary's Lighthouse, and ends with some spectacular scenery of the Lake District in very contrasting weather. Fudge makes the most of both the beach and the hills. But before we start, welcome to our channel. I'm Kath, this is Sue. We're enjoying our retirement, travelling with our two dogs Archie and Fudge, whilst living full-time in our motorhome. Recently, Sue competed in the Great North Run, whilst I've been making the most of rivers for swims and hills for walks. So why not come and join us? Well, good morning. We had a film-free day yesterday whilst I did lots of editing to make the Great North Run video. If you haven't seen that yet, then I'll put a link to it up there so you can go back and watch it. Sue was brilliant. But we're now at a caravan and motorhome club site which is just north of Whitley Bay, and later today we're going to catch the bus and go in and see that, I'm told, is a very beautiful little town. It's one that I've wanted to see for some time, never really had the chance up until now, so can't wait. First, out for a walk with Archie. So you can see Whitley Bay over there in the distance. It's actually not that far. In fact, Sue walked there yesterday with Fudge. The plan for today is I'm going to walk into Whitley Bay with Fudge. Sue's going to get the bus with Archie, and then we're going to do a bit of a reversal on the way back. And what an absolutely wonderful start to the day. You can see the lighthouse over there. Not sure if you can get to it, because from here it looks like there might be a bit of land, but who knows. There's a beach down there, some steps, so you can clearly get down to the beach. We won't be doing that because they look very steep and very un-Archie friendly. And we've lost some of that sunshine that we had a couple of days ago because it's a much cooler and quite blustery morning this morning. The joys of the seasons in the UK. Fudge and I are en route. Well, the lighthouse that we can see in these parts is called St Mary's Lighthouse, and it was completed in 1898 and actually remained operational until something like 1984, and then was superseded by kind of more modern navigational techniques. But it is apparently now a visitor centre, and you can actually walk to it today. You can walk to it, I guess, every day at low tide because there's a causeway. So I'm guessing a couple of times every day you can get over there, and apparently there's a visitor centre. You can actually walk up something like 137 steps to get to the top of the lighthouse, where you've got fabulous views of the coastline. So it looks like we're going to be able to get down onto the beach from here, and I just know Fudge is going to enjoy herself if we're down by the beach. So Fudge is enjoying herself. I just haven't managed to find a bit of wood yet. I did find a bit of seaweed, but it sank straight away. So she was hanging around in the water for ages looking for a piece of what we both thought was wood. But it looks like it was a bit of heavy seaweed. Fudge is really, really enjoying herself on this beach. Who's that? Come on then, go and find her. It's me, hello. So very unusually for Sue and I, we're not in a pub at lunchtime. We're actually in Valeries Tea Room at Spanish City. There's a big dome here, which is, I think it's called Spanish Dome. And this place is really busy, which is always a really good sign. So we're going to stop here and have some lunch. Well, we've had a lovely lunch at Valeries, and Sue's gone over to the bus stop and hopping on the bus back with Archie, and Fudge and I are walking back again. What are you doing, eh? What are you doing? Good girl. Good morning, everyone. Now, today's a move-on day. We got back from our walk yesterday, which was very enjoyable, and Sue made it back having had to wait for the bus for a while. And the reason the camera's moving is because Fudge keeps knocking me. But anyway, I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. we've got a bit of a fridge problem at the moment. I know we've had fridge problems in the past and we've resolved them. We are hoping, with every bit of our being, that it's simply that we're just not on a level pitch. Well, good morning. Now, yesterday ended up being a bit of a funny day. I think I said we had fridge problems and we were hoping that they were resolved by being flat, and they were. So the actual last campsite wasn't brilliant for us at that particular time. Nothing wrong with the campsite, except for we were hoping to do some washing there. That's one of the reasons why we book the bigger sites, generally because we can predict when we're going to need laundry days. But the washing machine wasn't working, so we've got a stack of stuff. We were then headed towards Ambleside, or due to be going to Ambleside to meet up with some family. But they had to cancel at short notice for unforeseen circumstances. So we decided, rather than going across and down a bit to get to Ambleside, we'd start heading up to Scotland, because that's where the direction that we're headed generally. But anyway, halfway on our journey, thankfully we hadn't started going too far north, Sue said, I've arranged for my prescription to be collected in Ambleside. So we're in Ambleside after all. So the walk I'm doing today is going to take me through Rothay Park, which is where I am at the moment, which is in Ambleside, along the river for a short distance, a little bit on the lane, across the other side of the river, and then we'll start to head up towards Loughrigg Fell. We'll be heading over the footbridge, picking up the lane on the opposite side. So this is the first part of the walk that actually differs from what I did earlier in the year. Because earlier in the year I carried on up there, so kind of round that side, whereas this footpath is taking me through this small section of woods. It'll bring me out slightly further along the fell, this side of the fell, and hopefully it'll still allow me to do a circuit of the Tarn. Well, this is what I really, really like about the Lake District. It is so absolutely, deliciously, supremely spectacular. I've hardly really, I think I'm about 20 minutes into my walk. There's a view of Ambleside through the trees down there. But already peaceful, quiet, bubbling streams, pretty bits of woods all around me. And fairly soon, I think, we'll probably emerge onto what I would call the fell. I mean, this is the fell, but hopefully you know what I mean. Well, can you believe it? I've just looked at OS Maps. We're way off track. So we're going to follow our nose, get to the top of the ridge just up there, and well, we'll see what we can see. Might be able to get back on track, or we might be just following our nose all the way to the Tarn. So I think it might be quite difficult to see, but down there is Miller's Field. If I look over in this direction, there you can just see the northern tip of Windermere. The advantage of losing the track and having to follow your nose is that you end up having a walk all to yourself. Well, there is a stile over the wall here, so obviously there's a path. Right, over this stile. Oh, right, Fudge, you're going to have to be off your lead for this little section. Otherwise, we won't make it, will we? Come down this side. That's it. Well, I can see down there a little river, so that's got to lead to a Tarn, yeah? What's up here? Oh, I think I found the Tarn. It's tiny. Hang on, let me go around this side of it so you can actually see it for the sunshine. There we go. It's gorgeous. clear it is. Now I'm not sure whether it is just a little mini one, but even if it is, just makes you so happy, doesn't it? Fudge is in. Give it a drink. So as gorgeous as this is just the mini one. The one I was aiming for is still a little bit further along there. So we'll keep going. Come on then, Fudge. We found it. This is a big one. There's a bench down there which has got my name on it. And all around me, oh, I can see. So, over there is the horseshoe. Over there, that very, I don't know if you can see that square peaked one. I might not be pointing in the right direction, but that's Harrison Pike or Stickle. It's definitely got Harrison in front of it. I always recognise that because of the square top. And look, some extraordinary lucky bugger is getting to see all of this from the air. Fan Dabby Dozy. Fan Dabby Dozy. I mean, where did that come from? Fan Dabby Dozy. I mean, where did it come from? I can't remember now. Anyway, comments below if you can remember. I'll have to look it up later. Oh, Fan Dabby Dozy. Well, we're lost again, but we're on what looks like a path. And according to the map, we're kind of heading roughly in the right direction. I've been stopping too much and just admiring the views, and I've lost myself. And I'm going to have to get a bit of a shifty on. I've got to get back for Sue, ready for her to have a haircut. I keep trying to slow myself down because I don't want to break an ankle. I keep trying to convince myself that Sue would rather have me than a haircut, but I'm not that sure. She's desperate for a haircut. Never been so pleased to see the stile. It means that there's a path. There is a route home. Yay! Now, getting Fudge over that stile wasn't too easy. We got a little muddy, a little bit splashed of mud, but she made it. Now I've got to find out on my map where we are. Let's see, Fudgy, are we getting any closer to... Oh yeah. Yeah, if we keep heading this way, I think we'll get to something recognisable. Oh, Fudge, go on. Well, we're back where we started, I think. I don't remember seeing that little bridge on the way out. Which means we will definitely get back in time for Sue. In fact, loads of time. And when I get back, I'll have a look at the walk that we've done and see how long it was. It was completely different to what I had intended. But that doesn't matter, does it? The most important thing is that we enjoyed ourselves and we got to see some glorious scenery. I just love walking. Here we are back at camp. Well, what a difference a day makes. And it's set to be like this all day. But we've still got to get out with the dogs, and I'm going to make the most of this opportunity to wash the van when it's got a natural rinse. And I was going to go for a long walk with Fudge today. She's out running with Sue at the moment. But what I'm actually going to do is, I'm still going to walk, probably keep it a little bit shorter. Because, well, you can't let rain in the Lake District stop play, can you? I've started on a pretty similar route to the one I did yesterday, but I'm taking a more direct route to the little tarn, Lilly Tarn I think it's called, and I'm going to go past there and up Loughrigg Fell and round. And as you can see, look at the difference that a day makes in terms of the weather. Low cloud, drizzly, full set of waterproofs, but still stonkingly good fun. Well, what would you call this? I think the Lake District is moody today, really moody. I'm back at my little tarn again. We're going a lot further today, but I had to get the camera out here because you can see how different today is from yesterday. I was going to just about to take my waterproof trousers off because I'm really hot and sweaty, but it's just started to rain a bit more heavily again now. The difference between the 2 days is yesterday, whilst I didn't see lots of people, I probably saw 3, maybe 4 groups of people on this walk. Today, it's just me and you, and I love it. Just come across this tiny little stream. We've had to cross. I have to go back because I've left my bag on the other side. Whoa! Well, we're on much steadier ground now and heading back to camp. But I just wanted to kind of stop for a moment here because this is a really familiar view. But you could come up here every day and it would look different. It makes my heart sing, or my soul, or me, badly. It just makes me really happy. Well, Fudge and I got back safely, if not a little bit damp, so as you can see, complete change, but a thoroughly enjoyable walk. Now we're going to have to leave this video here. We're moving on tomorrow to pastures new, so it seems an appropriate time to leave it. We're heading off to Scotland, so more of that next week. I really hope you've enjoyed some of the scenery as much as I have. If you have, think about giving us the thumbs up. We really appreciate that. If you're not subscribed already to the channel, then subscribe. Ding that little bell so you get the notifications every time we post a new video. Otherwise, we are gonna see you next time.